Alright folks, I got this tractor here and I punctured it a while back. I did a video on how I took care of that, took it off and took it to the shop, got the puncture fixed, but ever since then it's got a slow leak. And I say slow, I can use it for a couple, 2 or 3 hours, and then I have to put air in it, and if it sets overnight it goes totally flat. So I'm getting ready to wash this thing, and while I got the hose out, I'm going to see if I can't figure out where the leak is at. Now, you know, you can see I have not used this thing too terribly hard. It's still got the little fill bumps or whatever you want to call them. So it hasn't been abused too bad, but I did run over that piece of rebar which punctured the tire. I've got this yellow spot on here so that I know where the valve stem is on the other side, so that I can park it to where it's in the back and I can reach in and fill it easily, because if you put it over here on the top or this side or the bottom, it's almost impossible to get to. So at any rate, we're gonna have the hose and some soapy water out here and see if we can't figure out where this leak is at. I gotta remember where the patch was. Alright, so this here is where my patch was at, and I've got it kind of here at the 1 o'clock position on the tractor, so I should be able to get some water to settle in there and see if it bubbles, see if that's my problem. If it is, I'm going to try to patch that with just a regular car tire patch wherever it might be leaking. Oh, that just popped right off. It must have been kind of old and dry rotted. Now, big question next is that plug just going to pop all the way out? I may have not done myself any favors. I may have to take this back into the tractor tire repair place. Alright, so squeeze a little bit of water up in this suspected patch, but I don't see no bubbles coming out. If that was leaking enough to make that tire go flat overnight, I would think I would see that. It would be bubbling some. But it's not. So that means I'm going to have to maybe go around the bead of the rim and see if it's leaking there. Oh, wait a minute. Hey. I just discovered it. Look at that. Now, that's got me confused though, because that's coming out on the middle part of the rim. You can hear it. And that's no bueno. So I'm going to have to take this rim off and get up underneath there and find out why the hell I've got a hole in the metal part of my rim that's causing my tire to leak. So that just turned in a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be. It sure is making bubbles though. Alright, so I got to get my tire off, and the easiest way to do that is take off these 4 bolts right here. I could take these bolts off here, but then I have the extra weight of this piece that I really don't need. Now, I'm going to be taking this off by myself. Now, and the nuts for these are on the other side. So the easiest way for me to do is to get at this nut in the back through the back over here. And I got my 1-inch wrench socket that I can reach back there and do that with. And then I'll loosen up this one here, and then I'll rotate the tire, loosen up the next one, and keep doing that till I get all 4 of them loose. And then that tire should just fall out this way. Now, I'm a 300-pound guy. That tire is going to be big for me to manhandle around, so I would definitely recommend getting some help to do this, especially if you're not a 300-pounder like me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jack this tire up, and the easiest way to do that is start the tractor up and put my outrigger out and just lift that tire up off the ground. Alright, so as you can see, I got the tire off, and the inside of this rim's dirty. I think my leak is coming from there. So I'm going to wash this off real quick, since I just got done making a video about washing my tractor anyway. I'll wash that stuff off, and then I'm going to put some air in it, verify where that leak is at, mark it with a Sharpie, and then that way I can take it in somewhere and get it fixed. Again, I think it's leaking from right there. I think that might be some residue from water or something where it leaks from. But at any rate, I'm going to double check it, and if I had a welder, I could probably just spot weld that myself, but I don't. Alright, so there it is. Alright, so I drew an arrow there to the spot, drew a circle around it, so the tire guys know where to look, and we're going to have to load this up into the back of the pickup truck, take it into the tire repair place. Alright folks, I'm going to have to fix this myself. I called every welding tire shop and welding shop within about 40 miles of here, and they either had bad phone numbers or wouldn't answer or wouldn't return calls, or I did get a hold of one place, and it was like Tennessee Welding, and they said they just got rid of their welder. So I went and bought me a welder. I always wanted to learn how to weld, and guess what? Now I got a reason to do it, and we're going to clean all the paint off of this, get it cleaned up, and get that spot welded. Alright, so we got some of the paint scraped away there, and not a lot, but all I really got to do is put a little spot weld right in there, I think, to fill up that. You can see there's a gap there. Hopefully you can see that on camera. I think that's all I got to do is just get a little spot weld on there and keep that air from leaking out. And again, this is going to be my first time ever welding, but all I really got to do is weld enough to keep the air from coming out, not hold up a building or anything important like that. Alright, we just put 35 pounds of air in here, and it's still leaking. Damn it. It's over here on this side. That's where it's leaking from. Alright, I'm going to turn the tire over. Alright, so we flipped this over. You can see where there's still a crack there. As a matter of fact, it looks like there may be a crack that runs this whole length. So I'm going to clean that all off and see if we can do a little bit longer weld and get that whole line all the way up here to the end. Good connection here. Alright, well, welding. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Alright, welding. Welding. So sure I like that. Alright, again. Welding. It's pretty ugly, but it might work. We're going to find out. I'm glad I'm not doing this because it needs to be structurally sound. It's an air leak. Otherwise, my wheel would probably fall off. But it might be good enough. Certainly not the prettiest weld in the world, but maybe not the ugliest.
You'll get there.
That's actually not horrible, I don't think.
That can be a hole there.
Where? Be careful, it's probably hot.
Yeah, I felt the heat before I got to it, and that's why I pulled back. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that should fix it.
Okay.
If I don't fix it, I'm going to have a tough time fixing it, that's for sure.
If I don't fix it, we take it back to the manufacturer and let them fix it. Careful.
They don't have a welder.
Oh, they don't?
I called. That's the first people I called.
Is it?
Kubota.
Yeah.
Now, tractor repair place doesn't have a welder.
Really? It's...
You'd think.
Yeah, I think they would need it.
Alright, so let's put some air in this sucker. Alright, we got 35 pounds of air in this again. And man, as we got air coming out. Yep, still got air coming out all along here and here.
Gotta build it up.
I can feel it. I don't know how thick this plate is. Hopefully I'm not burning through it. Yeah, it's coming through good. Alrighty. Welding. If that don't fix it, I'm in trouble.
Well, it's not up.
Oh, still got a leak.
Oh, we were knowing that.
Leaking from right there and right there. It's still hot. Dang it.
Are we putting air in it before this cools off? Have anything to do with it?
No, that metal's solid enough to where it shouldn't be able to be moved by air.
Looks like it's on the edge.
Dang it. Alright, welding. Hit this one again. Welding. Welding. I don't think my welds are that damn bad.
It's a new welder. Weld, I should say.
I don't see no holes in it this time.
Did you get down underneath too?
Yeah, I tried. I might have to flip it over to get it good, but I tried. And in case you're wondering, we have been removing the valve stem each time, so there's no air pressure in it when we're welding. Alright, so we got this tire turned over. I do have a little leak right here where I did that weld. But the big thing is there's a leak right there. Look at that. So I'm going to have to clean that off and probably just run a bead down that whole line there. Make sure I get it, kill it. And then there's that little leak right over there. What I thought was going to be a 3-second single spot weld is turned into a little bit more. Watch this leak on this side. Put air in this and try it again, as Bullwinkle would say, or as Rocky would say. This time for sure. Yep, that don't look good. It takes the weld down here to this end. Welding. Welding. Not welding. Nope.
Sure that's not from heat?
Not that one.
Oh.
That may be from heat. But this one right here is not. That there, right there. I wish I could grind some of that off and get back in there. I don't have the right grinding machines for that. I got a grinder, but I don't think it's nothing small enough to reach in there. Alright, let me get this side here done, and then we can flip it over and work on it tomorrow. That looks like a much better weld. Okay, welding. Oh, that one's sealed, finally. These are just hot. See nothing there. I did try to go around this corner a little bit.
Yeah, it's still bubbling.
Still bubbling?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll fix that tomorrow. I think this side's done. Welding. I don't see anything. I see some water running right there, but
yeah.
I guess it's draining. I don't see no bubbles. I think we fixed it.
I think you did.
Yay!
Yay.
Had to basically re-weld that whole stinking piece on, didn't I?
Yep, you sure did.